now, going on 14, through my own company called Brand Maverick Entertainment. We specialize in creating brand strategies and solutions, and we use scalable solutions, meaning we're not all about talk, but we're about action for our clientele. So we started out doing experiential activations, which was a fancy word for events. That was the easiest way that we could be the conduit between a brand and an artist. So I would go to Coca-Cola, tell them I'm working with a particular artist, this is their demo, this is who they reach, I want to do an event in this region, it will connect with this target demographic, give me $100,000. I'll then give the artist maybe 75% of that, and we'll create a deal structure in that way. We've done a lot of endorsement deals, partnerships, you name it. And I parlay that into a career. So to answer your question in particular, the last three movie projects that we did in television, I did the marketing for Empire Season 1 to launch the show off. Prior to that, I did the marketing for the TLC movie on VH1, which is the most read about movie bigger than the Super Bowl, which actually shot released that year. That was all about marketing strategy. You guys watched the TLC Crazy Sexy Cool biopic. That was us. And we jumped to Empire. After that, we jumped to a movie called Creed with Michael B. Jordan, which was an awesome project. Right after that, we did The Hateful Eight with Quentin Tarantino, and most recently, we did Almost Christmas with David Fowler this past Christmas. So that's just a little bit of the background of what we do, adding brand strategy and helping people to increase their visibility, whether it be online or traditional, and anything in between. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, so one of the things that impressed me is that, a lot of times with Twitter, it grows so slowly, but Facebook and Instagram can grow quicker. What are your tactics, not just for Mary Mary, but in general with the shows and brands that you work with, to get your multi-platforms to grow aggressively across the board?
We have a rule in our office that every time I say it, it gets on my staff nerves, but I look at both things like I do a healthy diet. So I say breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Morning, afternoon, evening. You got to get those both things. And then two snacks in between, normal snacks. So that's how I look at things, and that's how we've been able to keep things balanced and feel organic. A lot of times people overpost thinking, oh, I have to stay visible, I have to post every hour. Not so, because then you're oversaturating your market, and it doesn't feel organic. So we find a rhythm for each platform as well, like we said, Facebook and Twitter. Twitter is always the slowest for us. I'm not sure about how it works on your end, but it's always the slowest to have to catch up to Instagram and Facebook. But to answer the question specific, the way how we have been able to grow things rapidly is we sit down with all of our clients and we have them fill out what they call a client profile. We'll ask them intimate questions about who they are, what is their makeup, like why do they want to get into business? It's really, really, a lot of them will laugh like it's so deep why you ask me this. Or we'll ask them their favorite book, and then my client will go study their book. Study that particular book, so that we understand how they fit. And then we also follow client around, a little stalkerish, for about a week, just to see what they do every day. And somebody I would like to use as an example is the actress named Kimberly Elise, which a lot of you may know by face and not name, or vice versa. But she starred in Tyler Perry's first big movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And she was also in The Colored Girls. And you may remember her from Set It Off, between the two, so that's again. She's very closed off. She didn't have any social media when we got over her. She had 1,000 likes on Facebook. She had no Instagram and no Twitter. And just following her around for a week, asking her questions, we found out that she was a vegan. At the time, I didn't even know what a vegan was. We found out that she was into natural hair care, and we also found out that even though she looked very young, she had a grown daughter who was 21 years old, but she didn't have to share that with the public.
Wow.
So we just pulled together a few strategies with her. We showed a picture of her holding her daughter who was 21 and a flashback of her holding her daughter when she was a baby. That post alone got 1 million likes, and it reached around the world, and her Facebook in a matter of 3 months went from 1,000 likes to 1 million likes.
A million
and that
likes?
Was just by 1 million likes. That was just by tapping into who she was authentically and then sharing that with fans. And she's very private, like I said, so we had to do a little convincing. But there are tactics that you can do and you can share where your fans will feel like you're sharing your whole life. You're only sharing pieces or portions thereof. are willing to share, figuring out their rhythm, and then sharing that, not exploiting it, but sharing that with the fans so that they feel it's authentic, and then fan base just adjusts. So just tactics like that. Is that the answer to your question?
Yeah, that's great. But what are the content that you guys share on Kimberly's Facebook page? Are those sites that you have partnerships with?
So what happens is, like I said, she had 1,000 likes when we first started. We then grew into 1,000,000 in 90 days. Then partnership started because, another thing we did is Monday through Friday. It's very corny, but it's effective. Every day for Kimberly, we had a different day of the week of branded hashtag. So Monday was Monday Motivation, where she shared something from her heart about how she's inspired. Tuesday was Tell All Tuesday, where her fans could send in a question to ask about her career or her personal life, et cetera, what have you. We answer those, and we would brand it with a hashtag and we answered it with a graphic. Wednesday, I forget. My point is, Vegan Love Wednesday. That's what it was. We talked about vegan recipes. We educate people on healthy eating. Now, that got so much traction that PETA contacted us and offered us a six-figure deal to work with them, solely based off the fact that she, on her own, authentically, who she was, began sharing tips about how to do vegan living. Also, on Thursday, we did something called Kinks and Curls Hair Care. So she has natural hair care, and she's very passionate about that. And now together, that has such a great response that now together, she and I have created a hair care line. And if you were to go to her Instagram, any other socials, you see us pushing that hair care line right now. And that was ideated with the two of us just outside of what we did digital. So it's cool when you can create something for the digital space and then it can coexist in both digital and now the physical marketplace. And we are currently trying to do a deal right now with 3 different outlets, retail outlets, to have the products in the store. So,
Okay, so
yeah.
you're kind of blowing my mind in a lot of different ways. So that's amazing. What did the PETA deal turn out to be? Like, did that become a sponsorship or?
Yeah, it was a one-off. Um, it was definitely a one-off, but it was a nice one-off. We went down to the PETA offices, did a photo shoot, it appeared in a magazine, and they used it. They were able to use it for it was like a 6-month licensing situation. So they use it where they want to shoot for 6 months. And I can send you the ad. I'm sorry, I'm not home. I did.
Oh, no problem.
Visual.
No, it's no problem because that's cool because I mean, like you said, it was consistent with what she was doing, and
Right.
it's a one-off, but that's still money that she didn't have otherwise, and it's content that she would have posted anyway.
Yep, and a lot of people, especially if they're over the age of, and I'm over this age as well. I'm getting ready to be over that age. I'm over the age of 35 as year when I've done. That's it. But if you're over 35, my dealings, I really haven't found a lot of people that understand the importance of social media like they do under 35. So it's a lot of convincing. Why do I need to share my life? Why do I need to get on Instagram? What is a brand? I already have a brand. I'm an actor. I have a brand. That's great. But if you're not current connecting with that fan base in the way that they authentically connect with, you're missing out on opportunities. And now, like I said, Kimberly never would have thought about coming here to Carolina had we not seen that there was traction and confirmed interest through Facebook. And I know you guys probably already know what the issue for saying what you know already. But I love Facebook because of the metrics. It will tell you where you're most popular at, which post gets the most interaction and engagement. All of my clients, if we take a professional photo shoot, they'll get a lot of engagement. But the most engagement we get is when that client will hold up the phone and the fans know it's personal.
Right.
No one, not a produced segment. You took your phone out with us in mind to connect with us, and those are the folks that get the most likes. So I love Facebook for purposes like that, where you can tell them my demographic is 10% Caucasian, 15% African American. I just love it. You just print that out, you present it to the client, and there's no fluff in the numbers, and you can get the deal done very effectively through Facebook and the metrics and analytics. So I'm definitely a proponent of Facebook over all of the other social platforms.
Same here. Did anyone have any questions? Cool. Okay, so now you're getting work as an influencer, and now you're seen as an influencer, not just somebody who helps celebrities. What was it
Yep.
like to make that transition, or how did you make the transition from being someone who is a brand strategist to somebody who's an actual influencer themselves?
Um, I just felt like it was definitely a career, a long term career decision for me. I didn't want to continue approaching clients or being referred or approaching them on the red carpet like, oh, the rest of you, or even having my staff do movies. That's cool, but I was just thinking about what I want to do for the rest of my life. And managing all of these people's platforms for so many years, they got so much, they received, excuse me, so many inquiries about how do I break into the business, what do I do, is this a proper head guy, et cetera, what have you. So I just said, I want to spend the rest of my career helping other people. So I didn't intentionally say, I'm going to be an influencer. So what I did was in 2013, I just sent, a letter to all my clients and released them out of their contract. So that, I was just feeling like I need to go in another direction. And I created something called Hollywood Confidential that particular year. And all of my clients got on my panel, Palmer, Essence Magazine, Home Network, and Kimberly. And that was the beginning of, the rest of my life. So I say that to say Hollywood Confidential now has been picked up by Bolt. We took it there this past summer as a panel series. We're doing something like you mentioned with Lisa Ray, and all of it is a free panel series designed to help people break into the industry. And we're not reinventing the wheel, but what we are doing is bringing relevant talent to that relationship. And we're doing it free of charge. There's no cost. And the actors who come, the aspiring entertainers, get to directly engage with the influencers. And because of that, that's how I've now become an influencer. People are saying, oh, well, you're inspiring X, Y, and Z. I want to follow you because you're helping me increase the world of my dreams. So it kind of came out of the ability. And it's been great. So I hope I answered that question. So I'll never go back. I don't want to work for anybody else. I love using the platform that I've built and the resources and the relationship to, serve a greater purpose. So that sounds real cliche, Instagram quotable, but that's really how I live my life. So, yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. This is very powerful. Like, I knew you'd give us a lot, but I didn't expect you to give us this much. So thank you so much, Steve. Does anyone have any questions for
Great.
Steve before we move on to the best practices? Well, thank you so much. And yeah, I have more questions for you after this.
Offline.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Thank you
Great to meet
again.
everybody.
Take care. They're all on mute.
That helps.
All right. Bye.
Take care.
Wow. Okay, that was very cool. Yeah, we got to delve into that more, but that was very cool. Okay, so moving on. Clickbait. I know that a lot of people feel like if we're uh, kind of like compelling people to click, that that's going to mean that we're going to get more engagement and that people are going to click. But people are smarter now. Um, there's so much content. People either want to read it or they don't. And people are usually turned off when you have the find out 5 ways to lose weight. It's just like be conversational. Tell them, give them a few of the pieces or tips on how they can lose weight, and then give them the link so that they can go there if they want to. But a lot of times, Facebook really encourages you not to do things like this. You'll never believe who tripped and fell over the red carpet, where you're withholding the information and requiring them to click. People are either going to click or they're not, and they're smart now. So just don't play games with them. Give them what they want to know. They know that there's more information with the link, but don't not give them anything hoping that that will entice them to, because usually it'll more turn them off. The more people are turned off to your content, um, the worse the algorithm treats you, in that it's showing that people aren't engaging with your content by clicking. I'm not sure if you guys know, but anytime you click on a link and go off of Facebook, Facebook likes that, because the longer you stay off after clicking on a link there, it shows them that you found that content to be valuable. You found that content to be engaging. So don't tease them. Just give them information so that they can engage with it, and that will help you in the long term more than always giving those headlines that kind of tease them and are way too obviously trying to get them to click. And then don't lie. Like if Nick Cannon just had a baby and they show him holding the baby, but or they show the feet or something like that. Like that's the worst when they're like, look at the picture of the baby, and then you get there and it's like you see the feet. Like we didn't come for the feet. Or say that like they're not showing us, because that's one of the things that I found. Like sometimes when I look at a piece of content and I'm disappointed and I'm like, well, we thought Black China was going to show the whole baby, but she only showed the feet. Here you go. And then so it's like they've been let down with you, not like, going there expecting to see a face and only getting the feet. So sometimes being honest can really actually help you get traffic, because people are nosy. They still want to see, but don't lie to them. So here's an example of what not to do. And then, yeah, be accurate. And then sometimes, like, you won't believe how great this is. Like, don't overstate it. Sometimes stuff just isn't that serious. Don't oversell it. The content is what it is. Don't do too much, because that'll turn people off. And once you turn people off, people a lot of times don't even bother to re-engage with your content. So I will send you this link so you guys can read the whole post and just recognize that it's better not to mislead people. Be honest. You don't have to lie to them. People are smart. Okay, so Facebook best practices for Facebook Live. A lot of times people don't know what to do with Facebook Live. Sometimes, people just kind of sit there and talk and, just kind of read the interactions that they're getting. But you can do a variety of things. Real life moments that are happening, protests that are going on, or even just locally when something compelling is happening. Like in New York, a lot of times you can just walk down the street and then, or like when you're on the train and you can see someone playing music and a lot of people are gathered around, you can capture those different moments. Or, if somebody's yelling at somebody or in the streets or whatever, you can capture those things and put them out there. Conversations are good. But I don't know if you guys remember, but Allison from Hello Beautiful talked about what they do with their Facebook Lives, and they actually have someone reading the comments and responding to the comments. So even though they're watching this, they're actually getting an experience. Yeah, conversations are good, discussions, sports events are great. Just to give people a perspective. Don't feel like you have to do the whole thing, but just kind of, if you're there, it's a cool experience for people who aren't. Press conferences, if you have access to them, it's one thing to report on it, but it's another thing to actually show people that you're there and for them to experience it. Interviews are great, but again, they're even better when you can have the comments read or the questions that the audience may have. So definitely take the time to do that. This instance was Sierra talking about she got a record deal, yay. And, just a regular organic moment where you're sharing something personal, that's powerful too. So with your talent, have them do it. Or, if you guys just had the best traffic month of the year, like, hey guys, thanks so much for jumping on to Facebook, or thanks so much for coming to our site. We had the best traffic ever. This was our best month. Feel free to do stuff like that. So here are some more suggestions from Facebook on different pieces of content. But one of the things that they also encourage is treat it like a TV show. Set an appointment time for people to actually tune in. And then make sure you're on time. Because if you're telling people to stop what you're doing at 3 o'clock, be there at 3 o'clock, because there's nothing worse when you actually, despite all the things we all have going on, when you stop what you're doing and come to your Facebook Live, you should be there too. We all know that stuff happens, but if something does happen, just get on and say like, okay, our audio is tripping right now, but we're really about to come up with Facebook Live. What song do you want to hear this artist do? Or just talk to them. Be honest with them. Don't ignore them, because don't waste their time. And then again with Facebook Live, don't just promote it on Facebook. promote it everywhere. Promote it on your SMS club. Do it on your newsletter. Do it on Twitter, Instagram, uh, Tumblr, Pinterest. Do it everywhere just to let people know what's happening. Um, and then, so one of the things that I've learned or just been mindful of, a lot of times we get so focused on views, but don't get focused on views. Focus on engagement, because if you're engaging with the people who are there, they'll stay longer. More people will, and if they start to comment, it'll just help your video become more viral. So if you have like 3 views, that's okay, but rock with those 3 people and talk to them and shout them out and interact with them and, you know, give them emojis back. Just show them love since they're taking the time out to engage with you. And then also, sometimes don't be boring. Don't be a little unpredictable. Like, don't be afraid to do something that's mysterious or surprising. One time, Ricky Smiley, he took his phone and he was playing a prank on this woman who calls in on his show, and it was so random because he's like holding the phone and walking, and it was had this air of you didn't know what was going to happen. So don't always feel like it has to be Facebook Live needs to be you sitting still in front of a camera. It can be just random moments or moments that you create. Any questions about that?
Hey, Darnell, it's Glenn.
Hi. Wow.
Hey.
Hi, Glenn.
How are you? I just wanted to add, too, we just did our Image Awards live stream, and we learned a lot of stuff from that. Of course, it was our red carpet show, and we didn't have that many viewers during the actual live stream, but we did have a budget to promote afterwards, and we've seen almost 500,000 more views, way more interactions after the live stream, which was pretty interesting to us. So when you do have a budget, I'm not sure if you guys always have budgets or not, but that was a big thing we kind of learned too. Like, even though they didn't watch it live, after like next day we started seeing the uptick after we started promoting more.
Yeah, that's a great point, and thank you for that, Glenn, because I've actually seen a study, and one of the things that they say about Facebook Live is they don't really see a long tail benefit. Like, your views are what they are, and they may grow incrementally, but after Facebook Live goes off, your interactions and comments, they really continue. So it's great for your page, but like Glenn said, if you have a budget to boost it afterwards, it's still great content even though people didn't experience it live. Thanks, Glenn.
No problem.
Hey. Okay. And next, oh, I don't know if you guys have this update, but you should by now, about the multiple photos and videos for post on Instagram. I will say, I don't know if it's the fault of the update, but I keep having a problem where when I upload videos, some of them don't have sound. So I don't know if it's a bug, but I'm just telling you guys to watch out, because I don't know if it's my phone, but it's convenient timing if it is. So I'm just saying that might be a glitch from that. But other than that, it
You're
looks.
not the only one. It's happened to me too.
Really, JR? Thank you. I thought,
Yeah.
yeah, I was trying not to be conspiracy theorist, but yeah, I totally blame that update. So just make sure that you have sound, because it's not a given anymore. And I'll share that with you so that you guys know how to do it step by step if you are so interested. And there's the video. Yay, beautiful. Okay. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Last but not least, the photo policy. So I know we're not allowed to share, we're just not allowed to rip photos from anywhere. Screenshots are not encouraged. But I just really encourage you guys to use the cloud for now, because there's a lot of great content that, that you might not know is there. So, and then also what I'm trying to do is get with all the label reps, and so that we have images that we have access to, and don't have to worry about getting sued for. So I know it's challenging, but please use the cloud. If you don't have access to the cloud, reach out to Ileana so you can get access to all the great images that we have within our company. I don't even want to hear the sad stories, but I've seen my engagement isn't the same, or posts that used to do extremely well don't do the same right now. So until we can figure something else out, just please keep respecting the policy so that we don't get sued. And if you guys do get really cool images that you have access to that we're allowed to use, please share so that we can all have access to them. That's all I have. Does anyone have any questions?
Sure. Here's going again. I have one thing to add. You can make someone a live contributor on your Facebook page. So let's say if you don't want to give them like an admin on your page. So Ricky, he could post to our TV1 page and his main page if he wants to Facebook Live from his phone. So you're going to have to log him in and all this other techie stuff. He could literally just select which page he wants to go live to, or your jock could select which page you want to go live to. You don't necessarily have to worry about all the assigning them as administrators and walking them through how to do it.
So let's say he had a Facebook Live on his fan page or personal account.
So he would do it from his quote unquote personal account, but
Okay.
he could select, I wanted to go to this brand page.
And he doesn't have to have any access at all. He would just type in the name of the brand and it would populate there.
Right. You on your end, you would have to go to page role and just get his email address and assign his Facebook account to that page.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right. It'll be a drop down menu basically for him to go live from his page, from his account.
That's great. Wow, well that's good to know. And so, do you know if he can do multiple pages as long as we on the back end give him that particular level of access? He could do that same video on like 5 different pages, yeah?
I'm not sure if all at once, but you can't give them multiple page access.
That's great. Breaking news, y'all.
Breaking.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all for me. Anybody have anything else? Thank you for your contributions, Glenn. And online editors, stay on the line, but everybody else, feel free to hang up. Okay, I guess it's all online editors. Okay, is Tammy on?
I think she's on vacation this week.
Okay, cool. Aaliyah Faust?
Hey, I'm here.
Is Tanya on? Oh, I think she had a meeting. Oh, she couldn't make it. Is Nia on?
Yes, hello.
Hi. Aaliyah Warren. What about Lauren in Dallas? No, St. Louis now, right? Okay. Alicia in Detroit.
I'm here.
Hi. Jasmine H-Town. Lauren Beasley.
Here.
Justin. Okay, he couldn't make it. Jennifer Hall.
Here.
And I heard I heard JR. Is Starter on?
Hey.
Yes, I'm here.
Cool. All right, well, thank you, everybody, and have a lovely day.
Darnella.
Yes.
You always forget me.
Who? Brandy? Brandy, I knew you were there. Sorry, Brandy. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.
Whoops. At least I'm consistent. I always forget you. And she's right. Thank you so much.